Hi there, Ashley here with We Make Systems Sexy. So today I am here to talk to you about ClickUp's dashboards. Specifically, I want to talk to you about a cool dashboard that I have somewhat recently created. I call it like a sales tracker, basically. So what's cool about this is that within my actual workspace, I have this whole list created and it goes within my marketing and sales workspace. And I have an external Zap that's set up to bring in all of that information when I do make sales. And then all of that gets tracked into that list, then gets pulled into my dashboard. So let's talk a little bit about how you can do the same thing. Because it is super cool and I just love having that information at my fingertips. So first of all, within your ClickUp workspace, if you don't already have a marketing space or a sales space, mine is kind of a hybrid marketing and sales space because our operation is just not that big to have a need to separate them. So if you have that kind of space, you can create your list there. So I have an actual sales folder in my marketing and sales space, and I have my tracker that lives right in there. It's very simple, but you are going to create it really particular to the way that you receive payments. So my payments almost exclusively come through Stripe. However, on occasion, I do get affiliate payouts and referral payouts through different means, such as my business PayPal, and maybe a couple other methods as well. So I would take that into consideration when building out your own list that is going to be your sales tracker. So in some people's cases, they might receive payments in a manner, or myriad of different ways. Like for example, I set up a sales tracker for a client who receives most of their payments through Square, but they might also receive checks in person or cash in person, and occasionally a Zelle payment or something like that. So we set up several different options, actually creating them as the status of what kind of payment was coming in. And then we set up Zapier to connect, for example, a Zap to Square, and a Zap to Zelle, or a Zap to Stripe, PayPal, etc. And so that when a payment does come in through any of those connected platforms, then it's going to automatically register as a task, right? Right within your sales tracker list that you've built out. Because a lot of information comes in through that Zap, we can kind of map that to the areas that we want it to go. And then the only thing that I do to go in manually and do is I have an actual drop down custom field and I mark which month that payment came in. And that tracks all of my data then over to the dashboard that I create afterwards. And then within that same list, I have several different views. So I created actually an additional 12 list views, all filtered to each individually show the different months. So I have a list view filtered to just show January, and then another one to show February, etc. You could do these by quarters to show just the first 3 months and the next 3 months and the next 3 months and the next 3 months, and have it listed by Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and then just have your master list, or however you want to create those. But again, don't forget about the list views and the additional views that you can utilize within ClickUp, and the filters that you can then utilize on top of those views to make it as custom as you want. From there, I actually set up my dashboard. You are going to want to see how this looks, so make sure you are in our newsletter. If you are not, you will not get a sneak peek view of what the actual dashboard looks like when it pulls in all of that fabulous information from this list through that Zap. So it's just a really cool combination of how we gather this information and continue to use ClickUp as our one source of truth. So basically, when you go to then create your dashboard, you have so many different options with the widgets. You're going to have more options on the business plan in terms of being able to show the information in different ways. So I would highly recommend the business plan if you really want to have a more detailed tracker, right, to gather all of that kind of information. And again, in our newsletter, I'm going to show you what that actually looks like in person, but get over to the dashboards and start playing with the widgets and the formulas that you can use and all of that good stuff. because you're going to be really excited by the information that it pulls in so that you can actually, monitor your sales KPIs at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, just at a quick glance using the dashboard. Now, if you're saying to yourself, Ashley, this all sounds fabulous, because it does, but you are feeling overwhelmed or tired by all of the tasks that you already have on your plate, and can't even think about how you would build out this tracker and connect this app and create this dashboard on your own, then shoot us a DM. We can do several different ways that we can help you to get things like this set up or your entire ClickUp set up in a day. Obviously, you hear me talk a lot about our VIP day service, and if that is right for you, that is fantastic. We want to help you with that. However, if you're already using ClickUp and you want like a one-off service like this set up, please don't be sidetracked by the fact that we talk about our VIP day a lot, because we do offer one-off consulting calls and also strategy calls for ClickUp that can help you to get some of these other smaller projects set up so you're utilizing ClickUp more to the full as well. But as always, with ClickUp, our one source of truth, you're going to feel amazing completing your task at the end of the day. You're going to feel more increased productivity and efficiency using this tool. You're going to have more time and energy to focus on your higher value task and be able to easily manage what's going on with your team as they maybe handle those more day-to-day tasks that frees you up to do those higher value tasks. You will have your stress and overwhelm reduced by having this tool in your life. So if you need that assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us, and do not forget to hop onto our newsletter if you are not already on our newsletter so that you can see what this dashboard looks like in person. All right, that is all for today. So thanks for jumping on and listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.